Peace. This is S.S.Oracle, Shadow and Soul Oracle. This is Savvy. I started this reading with just like something on my mind about, where to go from here, like where to go. And so I pulled the solar plexus card out first, right? This is about identity and will and your actions, your soul, what your soul calls you to do, like being initiated and moving forth in an energy that resonates with like who you are at a deep level, your soul. But also this thing about your gifts and luck and prosperity with Jupiter here. You might want to look into your Jupiter sign in your chart. All right. And it deals with like, again, gifts and perspectives and like a rising resiliency. Like prosperity is not just money, but prosperity is just like being able to maintain, sustain, and also increase in life in general. And it's like, where do I go and what do I do like with my gifts, with my abilities? And it's like gifts, like your luck and your gifts isn't always tangible. It's not always something tangible. It's in your character, right? Like a part of our soul, like our soul is like our integrity. And so a gift can be something as simple as like humor or loyalty, okay? Or kindness. And it's like, you don't want to think too hard about prosperity in a sense of like money and tangibles. That's just what I'm getting here. It's like your success lies in how you're able to maintain your character. You know what I'm saying? And this other card had came out from House of Sacred Harmony. This is the Cutting Cords card, right? And let me just read it for you. It says, I release. Right? Eliminating lower level forces to protect your sacred space is not an easy task. You have to fight fire with fire. This is the only form of communication they respond to. Be brutal and relentless in your pursuit to banish them from your life. Do not give them an inch or they will take a mile from you. Your kindness is weakness in their eyes. Be willing to go all the way to banish them and never ever look back. If you are not willing to do this, you are just wasting your time. So I trust you understand that you're a spiritual being having a human experience. And so when we're feeling like we can't move forward in something, or we're unclear about something, or we feel like blocked from something, right? Or like being expansive. Jupiter is an expansive planet. It's supposed to expand us and move us in terms of how it works with us in our bodies and in our life, right? It's supposed to be something that's expansive as we come to know ourselves and our soul, and we act in our integrity and in our morals and in our truth and in our light. If you feel like you can't do that, it's possibly because of things in your past. It could be people, relationships, it could be habits, it could be beliefs, okay? But this cord cutting card is coming out to say you have to fight back those energies. I don't know if it's memories, right? It could be entities, okay? It could be malevolent spirits, but you have to know them. Your demons, you have to know them. All right. And like there's no in it when it comes to cord cutting, there's no entertaining it. Like we can't let something go, I guess, on a mental level, but still deal with it emotionally or entertain it emotionally, or say we let go of something mentally, but we still are around the people or around the places that then reinforce those emotions and trigger the memories again. So now we're back in it. Like, if you're going to let something go, you have to let it go. You know what I mean? And this is easier said than done. You know what I mean? It's not always the same for everybody. Some people have a more difficult time with letting things go than others. But it comes with, one, knowing yourself and your boundaries and whatever it is that you need to get away from in the first place. Like something's telling you to cut it out or release it and let it go. So it's time to do that on every level. All right. And that's what, and not letting it go, right? And keeping it away because this is what I'm getting here. It's like, this is why people have, let me just say this is why people have difficulties with cord cutting rituals. Like when it doesn't work. If you want to know why it doesn't work, it's because there's an emotional thing with it too. Like you can light the candles and do all the affirmations you want. But if you have not dealt with whatever it is that you're releasing on an emotional level, every time something comes into your life that triggers you and reminds you of whatever it is, be it a person, place, or thing, you're going to be right back in a loop. You have to deal with your emotional attachments. You have to deal with your emotional attachment. Or else lighting the candles and doing all that stuff to cut the cords is just, it's not doing it all the way. Checking up on people who you say you let go of, or that you say you're over with, or that you're done with, or going back to places that you say you're done with. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? The solar plexus is about our actions, right? And how you identify things. Like when we change, when we're growing and evolving, like we stop identifying with certain things. That's a part of the growth. Like for a certain amount of time, we may resonate with certain things for the moment, for the season, for the phase, and for the stage that we're in that life. But then as we move forward, as we expand, with Jupiter energy here, as we expand, as we grow, we learn more, right? And we learn how to prosper, and we learn how to experience new forms of blessings or luck or bliss. But it's like, I feel like the energy here is like keep getting circled back and trapped back into old energies and stuff like that while you're trying to walk into a new identity for yourself and walk into new blessings and new expressions of your gifts and abilities. But you're blocked. It feels blocked because there's still attachments to the past. Let me pull one of these Madam Fortunes here to see. Let's get a little deeper here into this message. So I just wanted this to be a quick message for somebody because, I could feel how difficult it is. Because sometimes you might not even know what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like say it is a person, like when you have to let somebody go, and maybe there's nothing really like obviously wrong, but it's like something's telling you in your intuition, like you may have to distance yourself, or you may have peeped something that was like, okay, you know what, maybe I need to let this go. And it's like you keep being reinforced and triggered to remember this person, or some type of situation keeps occurring, and it's like it's because you need to separate from it. Like it's gonna keep coming is what I'm hearing. It's like it's gonna keep coming up, like until you actually have to put the action in. Again, solar plexus, action energy. You have to act. You have to do. You can't. It's not always a matter of, oh God, take it away from me, or spirit or ancestors take it away from me. You have to do it too. You have to do something too. You got to be proactive in releasing from the past and getting certain energies out and away from you, so that you can prosper the way you're meant to and expand the way that you're meant to. The winds of change. Your surroundings will undergo a transition. Yeah. So, I mean, this message, this could be a little rough. I ain't gonna lie. This could get a little rough. Like, this is one of those where it's like moving, possibly. I mean, it says your surroundings will undergo a transition. Like, something could be changing in a household, in a residence, because of this. But it's like, this is right on top of luck and prosperity. Like, this is going to expand you. Like, where it seems like something might be crumbling down. Like, I'm not pulling any tarot, but I'm getting like tower energy, where like a foundation or something was missed in the conception of building something, or something that was looked over. You know, when you overlook a red flag, and it be that thing that you looked over in the beginning, that be the biggest problem of why, a relationship has to end. It's something like that, where it's like, this change has to happen because there were things within a foundation of where you've been that were not solid, that may not have been righteous, that may have served to a degree, but as you're growing and as you're expanding and as your gifts are coming online, right? Like, maybe you are healing like in a very deep level, and your gift is something like I'll just use kindness for an example. Like, maybe you're combating some type of energy of pride or something like that, and you're becoming more kind and charitable, but there's like energies that are in conflict with that, and you're having to get away from those energies because they're blocking that part of you that's growing. All right. So it's like something has to sweep through this energy, this wind energy. When the winds come, when the winds is blowing, like that's change right there. That's Oya and the Orishas, right? Amongst other wind gods and goddesses. But it's like, that's change. That's communication. Maybe there's some type of conversation that needs to happen, or conversations that'll go on that will change the course of where you're at and where you're going as you make these adjustments, as you cut these cords. Okay? And not being too nice about it. I'm getting not being too nice. You see how they look, right? Look at that. That's not nothing nice about that. This ain't about being nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about your kindness, but it's like I said, like certain energy, certain people take kindness for weakness. Sometimes you got to tell people what it is and don't have no smile on your face. You know what I mean? It might feel mean. It might feel mean. Like you might feel it, but it's like you got to be solid. You got to be solid with what you say so people don't misinterpret you. Standing on your boundaries and things like that. Your non-negotiables. Not leaving room for people to overstep them. And this is about your growth ultimately. This is about your growth. This is about you coming into a new identity for yourself. This is about you activating new abilities. This is you, with your blessings, with luck from your own healing that you're doing. Masculine energy here. This is about doing it, being productive, producing results within yourself. Okay? It comes with action. You have to be proactive. You can't be passive about it. You can't be passive about what needs to be released and let go. If you're wanting to evolve into a new image of yourself or identity of yourself and flourish in that and expand in that, then you can't be timid about letting who you've been go and letting maybe who you've been around or where you've been around go. All right. We don't go back to elementary school. You know what I'm saying? Like you go through the stages. So certain things you cannot go back to when you're on this path. Spiritual awakening, spiritual journey. There are things you just cannot go back to. Okay. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the services I have to offer, please click the link. I also just published my first ebook. You can check that out in the link as well. It's called Word to the Wise, Spiritual Messages for Self and Relationship.